Ester Yoder. She is another one of the Farmers Market members who have been coming since the very first year. We started in '85, and mostly we started because it was a farming crisis here and people were losing their farms, and this was a way to get just a little bit more income. So the Amish Mennonite community already had a farmer's market that met in the warehouse of a feed store. So we invited them to join farmer's market. David Miller was one of the charter members, and his wife Mary invited Esther to come down to farmer's market.
Mary and I had done some rummage sales and bake sales together, and she knew I could make good cinnamon rolls, I guess, so she asked if we would bake cinnamon rolls. She thought the markets would have cinnamon rolls. So we were kind of reluctant to give up our Saturday mornings, but we decided to do it. So start out and try it. Our children all came along. I'm not sure they were from 6 to 12, something like that years old. They'd always come along to market with us. Well, we soon added white and light wheat bread, and before long, bananas and peanut bread, and it just kind of built up until my husband and I did it together. Our children used to help, but they're all grown and gone now.
So in the beginning, each baker had a specialty that they stuck with. So Mary and Judy Miller made pies. I don't know how many pies they made every Saturday.
I think they made up to 70 pies.
And the Nicely sisters, let's see, they were Fanny and Lizzie, and their dad, Dan, would come and they would bring angel cakes, and once you have angel cakes, which only use angel food cakes, that only use the egg whites, then you got all those yolks left, so they make noodles with all the yolks. And then Esther and Marlon started off with cinnamon rolls and then got into the breads. And so we all had our little niche back in the beginning.
Sheila corn brought corn.
Sheila corn brought corn. That's all she brought. She had the big kids that if the little kids got really cranky in the back of the truck, one of her girls would probably grab them and take them for a walk. We were a real family group when we started down there. So what did you think when we moved to this market, to this building?
It was very nice. It was so dark sometimes down there in the garage, and this was just really a blessing. And after a while, my husband made bricks, but after a while, he said it was easier to bake bread than to make bricks. So we got into it full time. We used to go 3 times a week.
Whoa. Yeah, we always tease Marlon that's that bricklayer skill that him ice those cinnamon rolls so well.
Yeah, we used to help ice them. It's a family deal.
Yeah. And it's fun now to see some of the families. We still have the people that were young when we were young coming still here to the market, and then we've got their kids coming, and sometimes we have their grandkids coming. It's a big family here in Hutchinson.